Hi everyone, it's Dave from LendPower here. Welcome to another episode of Invest Power series today. Now, throughout my investment journey, I've been asked quite frequently about any tips on how to invest interstate. So I thought today I'd like to cover a little bit about what are the three key things that I think you need to do before or while you're considering investing interstate. These things to me are quite crucial, and that's why I thought I want to share with everyone because, you know, as I invest interstate a number of properties, I kind of derive a methodical approach about how I should deal with investing interstate. And for those of you who haven't actually invested interstate before, it could seem to be very daunting, and I thought, you know, if I make a video about this, then hopefully it will help you overcoming that fear and what do you need to do as a first step as well. So let's have a look at what we've got today then. So the first thing that you want to get down pat is about finance and your investment strategy. So this is where I would suggest you to go and see a mortgage broker who's also an investor to be able to give you an idea about what the budget of the property should be and what your long-term investment strategy goals should be. So a good investment mortgage broker will be able to provide you some idea about how you should structure, first of all, how you should structure your loans with whichever lenders, and how many properties based on your current resources you will be able to obtain. And based on that, you will then be able to determine what your budget is for the next investment property. Okay, so the number one thing would be to work out what your budget and what your investment strategies are. I think that is quite fundamental because a lot of people, when they think about investing interstate, the first thing they do is they jump on straight onto realestate.com.au, or let's say, for example, you know, they look on a newspaper and they found a place that a suburb that basically said this is going to be the next hotspot, and then straight away they jump on and then just do their research and due diligence, and then later on only to find out that they haven't actually got the resource or the borrowing capacity to be able to buy the property that they've been spending a lot of time on. So I think that's why the sequence needs to be correct. First thing is you need to get your budget sorted. You need to understand your investment strategy. Then you start looking for a property. Okay, so once you got the finance down pat, then the next logical thing would be to look for a property, right? So this is where you can take two approaches. One is to use a buyer's agent or BA, that's what we call, or you can go down the DIY approach. Now, for me personally, you know, when I was looking for property earlier, I've got the time, I'm willing to learn, I've got the passion in property. So that to me, you know, like that for me, that actually worked out better for me to go down the DIY approach and look for properties myself. But, you know, today, for example, if you're very time poor, you've got a full-time job, you've got multiple full-time jobs, you've got family members that you need to look after, then in that case, then perhaps a buyer's agent in this case would be a better approach for you, because what they do is essentially they could look for the property for you once they understood your goals and requirements, and then search based on their connections and based on the available listings, the potential properties that is going to be a good fit for you. Okay, so they take away that searching headache part of equation from you if you're really time poor, if you're not interested in that kind of stuff. So I think each, you know, it's basically each of their own. If you are willing to learn, and if you really like properties like me and really want to learn the ins and outs and not willing to get your hands dirty, the DIY approach is perfect for you. You can spend as much time as you like at your leisure. But if on the other side that you just can't do it, then the buyer's agent will be able to help you move forward. Now, if you are going to engage a buyer's agent, my recommendation would be, based on your budget and based on your investment strategy, definitely have a sit-down chat, or if the BA is not in your state, have a face-to-face chat through Skype or some sort of form to understand what the BA's recommendation for you is and what the strategies that the BA specializes in is. So, you know, there's so many BAs out there in the market, and everyone has their individual specialties and expertise. So you want to make sure that the BA that you choose, that you partner with, definitely fits your investment strategy and specializes in the area that you want to look into. Okay, so I think that's another tip that for everyone to think about. And one good way is probably have a look online and also ask fellow investors to see whether they got any recommendations. Most of the time, if fellow investors got recommendations, then basically they would have worked with the BA and therefore are happy to refer on that basis. So you know that you're actually in pretty good safe hands.